everyone, how are you going? Hope well. Unfortunately, you had to stay home, stay indoors, given that it's the safer option. And I just would like to share with you a few exercises. I'm sure you are doing your walks, which is very good, but I really would like that, if possible, you could do some exercises that could address your muscles, your bones, and your cardiovascular capacity. So, I'll show you 10 exercises. You all know these exercises because I apply them with you in the gym. So let's just review some of the basics. And so you just need to start with a step or with the first step of your stairs. So as a warm-up, so you can just come to the first step of your stairs or a step if you do have it. So let's do 30 steps up and down. Okay, you can lead with your left leg. So here, 4. Careful not to trip. So if you need to do a bit slower, or if your knees are giving you any issue, just do it as smooth as possible. But we do want to increase your body temperature and a little bit of your heart rate. Okay, back straight. 30 leading with the left, and then 30 leading with the right. Right, left, right, left. This is your warm-up, or you can just go for a walk. But doing this one on the step, it's quite good as well because you work other muscles. Glutes, hamstrings, squats. Okay, that's the first exercise. Second exercise, we'll start actually, back lunges here. So it's a back lunge, so from this stance, you go back alternately and you touch with the opposite hand. And touching, okay? And touching. Here, so 20 touches. There. When you get to the 19th, so imagine this is your 19th, you started with your left foot. Let's do here some pulses if you can. Make sure that this knee doesn't go beyond the tip of your toes. So here, pulses. If you are doing too low and you feel any of the knees, just do the same thing up here, in a range that doesn't give you pain, okay? And then the 20th step back, and here 20 pulses. Weight mainly on the front leg, on your front heel, okay? Here, not as much on the back foot, but on the front leg. Here, and pulses. Second exercise, third exercise actually. From here, you're going to rotate on this sumo squat position. So you want to keep your knees pointing out in the direction of your toes. 10 rotations, maintaining your back in line, okay? Head always following your arms. And then from here, let's stretch over, exhaling, inhaling 10 times. Also just preparing these muscles for what we are about to do. And after this, we go straight to sumo squat reaches. If this is too low, if it's too hard to reach the floor, here as I'm showing, make sure that you are not rounding your back. If this happens, if you can't maintain your back straight, just use this step as a reference, and you want to touch the step, okay? Not the floor, so you don't round your back. So just use the safest option, okay? Touching, but the weight is on your heels. Remember that, weight on your heels, not on your toes, so your knees don't go beyond the tip of your toes. We have 2 exercises now. One, a pull, and the other, a rotation, which you do lots of time with me. So, Danny, can you please, I have here an assistant. My personal assistant, Daniela. Thank you. All right, so from here, so you can do this with your spouses. So right foot forward to start. Can you please come here? Right foot forward to start. So underhand grip and back straight. So you're going to pull the towel and feel the resistance. So here, now Danielle is pulling. I'm going to offer resistance. She's going to feel and she'll tell me, can you feel the resistance? Yep. Challenging enough? Right, and here pull. So I have offered some resistance until I fully stretch and she bends her elbow. So you have to, adjust further back or forward. And then Danielle is going to apply some resistance so I can feel. And finishing here and pull. Let's do just 3 more. So on this one you can do between 12 to 15 rows. So a row, a repetition is 1 and 2. So just one of you counts the repetitions, okay? So rows you can do 12 to 15 and then swap over. Okay, maintaining the grip. and pulling and resisting. Okay? Then we have a rotary torso movement. So an exercise that you do with a cable on the machine, you're going to do side by side, holding here. We'll start 45 degrees towards our right, hold there. Feel some tension to start. The towel should be always tense and not with slack, always tension. And from here, I'm going to apply the pressure, and Daniela is going to resist. Now I'm going to resist. Daniela exerts the pressure. So pressure, resistance, and pressure, and I resist. So I'm always pulling that direction. So here more pressure, here less pressure, but still applying some resistance. So 12 to 15 repetitions, then we swap. Yep, right. And resistance here, 12 to 15. The idea is to work these abdominals, okay? Very simple, always slow, always slow. So talk with each other, okay? You have to apply more resistance, okay? You have to do less resistance. So the tension is always maintained, and smooth transitions here, smooth transitions, so you can feel those muscles always engaged. If you do have a tube at home, you can use them, you can use it as well. So do the same exercises here with the tube. So the rope with one leg forward, pulling back and forward here, and the other leg. The movement is the same, you just swap over, so you're working your legs as well. Then here, so one grip goes inside the other, and you do the same exercise. You don't need to rotate too much, because we don't need to twist our spine too much, but just 45 degrees from our left, and we sweep that range to the opposite range until here. You don't need to go all the way out, okay? From point A to point B. 12 to 15, and then the other side here. Okay, then we have max exercises. So, Danny, do you want to come? And we'll do this together as well. Thank you. So we'll do a push-up. So we have done a pull movement. So you have done a pull, a rotation, and now we are going to do a push-up. You can do with your knees on, so from here, hands slightly wider than your shoulders, but don't bring your hands too far forward because this puts too much pressure on your shoulders. So hands slightly behind your head and wider than your shoulders. Down here, and just halfway down. If that's too much for your shoulders, just limit the range of motion. Down and up. 10 to 12, then you can please keep going. So remember, your back, something that I correct or I'm always looking at is at your lower back, okay? Careful not to arch your lower back, maintain it as one block, and that block should be maintained all the way up. One more, and down, hips up, and press, 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 press. Very good, well done. From there, we are going to our front plank, working again our abs. Front plank, here. So from here you can take one knee at a time. Easier option, just one knee. Yep, alternately. Maintaining your head always in line. Careful not to look forward, so your neck is not with an exacerbated curvature. Or with both knees. Knees off, knees on. Without moving your hips, careful not to do this, okay? Maintain your hips always in line here. Alright, last one. So from here, you can do this in pairs as well with your spouses. So from here, we can grab each other wrists. Daniel will start on the Superman position. I'll start close. So if I have my right hand here, left knee, okay, and then we stretch out. One stretches out, the other curls in, okay? One stretches out, and here it's okay to round your back, here as I'm showing, because you are working your mobility, we are not putting pressure on it, we are just mobilizing it. There. And then the other side, and Superman position, and 8 to 10 times if you can. If this is too hard because you have too much tension on this shoulder, you can just do alternated, right hand, left leg, and touching on each other's shoulders. stretching, and breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in. Maintaining your back always in line. Hold there. Make sure that you are not rounding. Remember, we are working on our posture during all exercise from the beginning to the end, so make sure that you are not rounding. Try to stretch, try to pull that line behind your neck, and that's it. Cat stretch here to finish, 5 to 10 times, flattening it and rounding. Okay, you know this one is one of the exercises that I recommend every day, several times a day. Here, looking at each heel, so you can feel that stretch on the opposite side. So if you are looking at your right heel, you are stretching your left side chain. Okay, 10 times, 5 each. To finish, you can half kneel and bring the arm of the supporting knee over your head, okay? Overhead reach, stretching all those muscles from your right knee, hip, obliques, legs, triceps. Hold there for 20 to 30 seconds, 20 at least, and then the other, and stretching over 20 to 30 seconds. And pectorals as well, you can stretch by bringing your hands behind your, back of the hands behind your hips, and just bringing your elbows together. So you are stretching all these muscles from your chest to each shoulder, stretching. And last but not least, lungs and your intercostals. We are dealing with a very severe respiratory issue, and nothing better as keeping those muscles and those inner tissues healthy. There's a very simple way that you can address those internal issues quite specifically. Hands, palm of your hands at the sides of your ribs. And so let's breathe in. And breathing out, breathing in. And breathing out. 10 times at least, breathing in. Hold, and so what, with your hands are not doing anything, aren't doing anything. Your hands are just the sensors. You are just checking how much you are expanding your thoracic cage. So you should feel your lungs inside like balloons, inflating as you breathe in and deflating. So just imagine your respiratory capacity from point A to point B, and try to work that as much as you can. Just feel that oxygen coming in and going out, okay? Hope this helps, hope you stay active and safe, and we are praying for all of you. See you then.